Which would kind of play into the point that the government's trying to make, to be fair, which is that, what has happened has been a permanent shift in pre-pandemic travel patterns. So in essence, we've seen revenues fall by 20% because most people have adapted permanently to new ways of working. So the old school 9 to 5, 5 days a week commute into town has gone. Leisure travel is increasing, but day-to-day peak time commuter travel 5 days a week has gone. That's led to a reduction in overall revenues, which means that actually to fund a pay increase that is fair to rail workers but also fair to the taxpayer, you need some reforms. So actually, I take the point, but you can flip that kind of both ways if you like. I do think one strategy has notably changed under Rishi Sunak's government as opposed to Boris Johnson's or Liz Truss's, which is the tone of this. So we have a transport secretary now in Mark Harper who has adopted a much more constructive, much more conciliatory tone than we had with Grant Shapps, who was very kind of studs up about the whole thing. And so there's been a much more, and Hugh Merriman, the rail minister, there's been a much more kind of constructive debate going on, and a willingness to engage on this to try and bring this to an end. Look, my genuine belief is that this isn't some power play by the government. This is a genuine attempt to try and square a circle of a service that is vitally needed, that rail workers that are hugely valued by society, but against a terrible economic backdrop and a permanent decline in revenues from pre-pandemic levels.